Welcome to Callawegin Fly Fishing with Robert Smart. Now, here's Robert.
Greetings. Now in this video, I'm going to tie the pheasant tail nymph in a bead head pattern on a size 14 hook. Now this fly has been around a long time. It was created by a gentleman by the name of Frank Sawyer in 1958. He's an English guy. He did it for fishing over in England. It's a fantastic trout fly. It imitates several different types of mayfly nymphs. It's one of my go-to flies on a dry dropper or under an indicator. It works really well and it's very easy to tie. All you need is a pheasant tail feather, some copper wire for ribbing, and some peacock herl. That's it. Now, you can also use turkey feathers, turkey tail feathers. You know, here in Missouri, I've got to buy pheasant feathers because we don't have pheasants around here. But we got a lot of turkeys, and I've got a ton of turkey feathers because my brother hunts turkeys a lot and he always gets several. So you can use either. But the classic style is using the pheasant feather, tail feather. So anyway, it's a great fly. So here we go. We're going to tie the pheasant tail nymph. Okay, we're going to tie the pheasant tail nymph. Already got the bead head on and wrapped some lead around it to give it some weight. Okay, take a pheasant feather, cut off 6 or 8 barbs from it. Make this tail about the length of the shank. Bring that back to about there. Trim that off. Okay, now for the ribbing, I'm going to use a piece of copper wire. We'll tie that on next. Now we'll take some more pheasant barbs. Again, 10 or 12. And put the small ends forward. Like that. And trim them off. And bring our thread forward. Maybe 2 bead heads back or so from the bead. Then we take this clump of pheasant barbs and we just wrap them forward. and anchor them. And I'll trim them off. Now we'll bring our copper wire forward. Oops, I got there. Got a straggler. Bring our copper wire forward, but we're going to wrap it in the opposite direction. Fairly even wraps. And anchor that off. Okay. Okay, now we're going to take some more pheasant. And the small ends forward. Maybe 2.5 bead heads or so, something like that. Tie them right on top. Well, maybe a little longer. May have to trim them a little. Okay. Okay, next, we'll take some peacock earl. Maybe 3 or 4 strands of it. And tie that on. Now peacock tends to break on you. So I'm going to take my thread and make a loop. And tie that off. I'll take my peacock and wrap it around that loop of thread. That'll, if I can get it, that will reinforce the peacock so it doesn't break on you. You don't necessarily have to do this, but it's kind of a good guarantee. Okay, that's probably enough. Then we wrap that whole bunch forward. And anchor it. Okay. Okay, next we want to take these front barbs and separate them. Push down on them, kind of keep them separated, and back a little, something like that. And we pull this forward, which is the cape, and pull them legs back. at the same time. And anchor that off. And we trim this front off. Like that. Then we whip finish. Now, my legs are a little uneven, so I'm going to trim them off just a hair. Now, the last step, you don't have to do this, but I like to. Hold everything together well. Put a drop of UV on top of the cape. Like that. Gives a little gloss and holds it all together real well. That's got it. There you have it. Pheasant tail nymph. Fantastic trout fly. This is the bead head version on a size 14 hook.
Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please subscribe.